The huge truck sped in the wrong direction on the highway, almost hitting several civilian vehicles, and crashed into two patrol cars, crossed the median. Trong continued to drive despite the blown tires. The police ignored all orders, driving the car like a mobile bomb. Support units from Marion County and Gainesville PD quickly joined in, blocking off neighboring roads to prevent the disaster from spreading. People on both sides of the road panicked and avoided, while the police risked their lives to maintain a safe distance. But the most dramatic scene of the chase was the Iron Squad chasing the criminals of all the escapes. Around 1 p.m., the 29th of August 2024, in Kenosha, Wisconsin, USA, police tried to stop Penny at the station, but he refused to cooperate and ran away. And within seconds, a simple check turned into a cross-county chase. Penny sped down Highway 70, repeatedly running red lights and nearly causing multiple collisions with other vehicles on the road. Multiple police units from Garland County to Clark County coordinated their actions as the chase stretched over 30 miles, and the suspect was traveling at speeds of 150 miles per hour. Penny's car was maneuvered by the pit, lost control, and stopped. Police surrounded him, drew their guns, and Penny surrendered. He was taken into custody at the Clark County Detention Center, charged with evading arrest, reckless driving, and drug possession. No civilian or police injuries. The case was then sent to a nearby courthouse for sentencing. On the 28th of October, 2025, on I-95 northbound, Florida Highway Police, FHP, spotted a blue Toyota North Carolina license plate, Kilo Fox Bravo, 1568 speeding. The initial reason for the approach was a traffic violation, speeding. But when the officer signaled for a stop, the driver refused and a chase began.
Man, looks like Indian River just at the intersection, or correction, 82nd. We're approaching the 82nd. Continuing east past 82nd. Still continuing speeds at about 105. As of right now, light traffic approaching 77.
The suspect, later identified as Furman Green, repeatedly accelerated, repeatedly reaching speeds in excess of 130–150 miles per hour while traffic remained moderate. He drove close to the left shoulder, avoided lanes, dragged the pursuit across 2 counties, and ignored commands to stop behavior that put others on the road at great risk.
Signal 4 at 66. Run off with We're going north on 60.
The chase ended when the Toyota was stopped. As police approached, the suspect appeared exhausted, asked for the air conditioning, complained of fainting, and had injuries, pain in his face and legs. The vehicle was seized, and EMS attended to check it out. Furman Green was arrested at the scene and faces charges, including fleeing, reckless driving, and also has an active warrant violation of probation. Additional charges are possible. There is no clear information about civilian casualties in the excerpt. The suspect was taken for medical evaluation. The lesson: a minor traffic violation escalated into a serious offense. One panic decision is enough to destroy everything. On the 9th of June 2025, in DeSoto County, Florida, the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office, in conjunction with the Florida Highway Patrol, FHP, attempted to stop a black Dodge Ram suspected of carrying stolen heavy equipment. The driver, Yambi Pereira Nunez, a convicted felon, was driving the reported stolen truck while his license was expired. What was supposed to be a simple traffic stop turned into chaos.
Get him at the T. Second to make that turn. Pursuit. Yeah, well, so they did some funny.
He recovered back. It's going westbound on 731.
7-4, vehicle recovered back, going westbound on 731.
Hit it again, Zach. Don't do that again.
When deputies signaled for a stop, Nunez sped off on Highway 70, pulling a heavy truck at speeds exceeding 90 miles per hour. He sped through residential neighborhoods, ran red lights, and crossed into oncoming lanes, risking a fatal crash. The pursuit quickly escalated as FHP and neighboring units from Highlands and Hendry County joined in, leading to a dangerous cross-county chase.
Just 714, believe county is going to try to set up at the county line, just 714.
10-4. Zach, is that your tire or is that his?
67.
You got a car coming. Is it? What you doing?
We also for this next unit. We'll get the vehicle before we leave the alley.
After a dozen miles of chasing, the car lost control and crashed into a swampy area on the side of the road, jokingly called Alligator Alcatraz, by locals, an area known for its abundance of alligators. Nunez jumped out of the car and ran through the mud, trying to hide among the thick reeds. Sheriff's deputies and FHP surrounded the area, and within minutes, he was safely restrained in the middle of the swamp. The car was stuck deep in the mud.
Hit it. Signal 4 rolling.
Yambi Pereira Nunez, 36, was arrested and now faces a slew of charges, including grand theft, auto aggravated vehicle theft, felony flee and elude, aggravated evading arrest, driving with an expired license, and possession of stolen property. No police or civilians were injured in the incident, a lucky end to a reckless pursuit. One stupid decision was enough to take him from a getaway driver to a criminal caught in a crocodile-infested swamp. On the 27th of September 2025, in the area of I-4 and Route 436, Florida, a Florida Highway Patrol unit tracked a suspicious vehicle traveling 74 miles per hour in the 65 zone. What started as a routine traffic stop turned into a dramatic high-speed chase within seconds.
Traffic moderate at the time. That's not too bad.
Copy, moderate.
Are all the suspects in the vehicle going to be both?
Last unit inquiring about the suspect in the vehicle, your traffic cut out.
Are all the suspects burglary suspects? Which one's southbound?
When the driver realized there were police behind him, he sped past 90, then 100, and finally over 106 miles per hour, speeding down I-4 westbound. Not only did he ignore every stop sign, he drove into the right emergency lane and even intentionally hit another vehicle, causing the police radio to blare. "He just tried to hit me." FHP determined the vehicle was involved in a burglary, and the suspect is now facing fleeing and eluding charges. The pursuit quickly extended through Route 92, Route 436, Maple Street, and Westtown Parkway, with multiple patrol cars joining in, while the suspect drove the wrong way in the opposite lane, completely disregarding the lives of anyone on the road.
You
have aviation up by any chance?
23.
Can you check if our unit is up?
The Hilo is 51, signal 13, and we're working on trying to switch to a metro patch for Orange County, signal 14.
And then
After nearly 15 minutes of chasing, the car suddenly turned into the Twin Peaks parking lot, then turned back onto the main road in desperation. FHP performed a tactical encirclement maneuver, forcing the driver to stop. At the scene, officers ordered the vehicle to exit and kneel, and within seconds, all suspects were under control. One of them was handcuffed on the right side of the car, while another unit approached the opposite side to ensure there were no weapons left.
I got him. This.
Open the door, forward.
Okay, that last unit coming up, second last. Go ahead and detain him. The one allowed at gunpoint here.
After being arrested, one suspect complained of tight handcuffs and chest pain, prompting police to call EMS. According to FHP, both suspects were involved in a previous burglary and now face multiple felony charges, including fleeing from police, assault with a vehicle, and theft of property. There were no civilian or police injuries, a small miracle after more than 10 minutes of chaos on the freeway. At 2:49 p.m., the 9th of January 2025, in Lakeland, Florida, Patrolman A. Jones of the Florida Highway Patrol, FHP, spotted a black Camaro speeding westbound on Memorial Avenue. The car matched the description of a vehicle that had just fled the Auburndale Police Department, a vehicle that had repeatedly swapped its Florida and Georgia license plates to avoid detection. Jones turned the car around and activated its emergency lights and sirens. But instead of stopping, the driver Jaziel E. Calero Nuez accelerated. As Nuez fled, he sped off at high speeds, weaving in and out of traffic, running red lights, and cutting off multiple vehicles. The Camaro, with Georgia license plate RHN 1122, was reported stolen and now hurtling through Lakeland streets, completely disregarding the lives of anyone on the road. The Tampa Bay Regional Communications Center, TBRCC, received constant updates on speed and location as the pursuit expanded onto several major thoroughfares. Two additional officers, H. Saunders and M. Soto, joined the chase, turning the chase into a chaotic, cross-town melee. The chase ended when Nuez ran a red light at the intersection of George Jenkins and Kathleen Road, slamming into an SUV and a sedan. The Camaro was completely disabled. Officers quickly left their patrol cars and headed to the scene. After seeing the suspect reach down to the passenger side floor, Officer Saunders used his baton to smash the window and pull Nuez out of the vehicle. He resisted violently, keeping one hand under his body until Officer Spoto, Lakeland PD, subdued him with a stun gun.
12:35, starting events. You got 3 people injured. Not sure. What's the 1020? I'm not showing anything on the vehicle. Kathleen and George Jenkins. Kathleen, George Jenkins. Yeah, but we need EMS times 3. That's where we want to try to go.
At the scene, police seized a micro Draco, 2 Glock magazines, 49.4 grams of marijuana, a scale with drug residue, a specialized key programmer, and stolen Florida license plates. These tools were all determined to be vehicle theft and conversion tools. The crash left 2 people in the SUV seriously injured and trapped, forcing rescue crews to break open the vehicle to rescue them. Nuez, who has 5 prior convictions and was driving with a suspended license, was taken to Lakeland Regional Hospital before being booked into Polk County Jail. On the morning of the 15th of October 2025, in Broward County, Florida, Florida Highway Patrol, FHP, officers spotted a black Mercedes SUV driven by a wanted suspect traveling at high speed on I-95. What started as a routine traffic stop turned into a high-speed chase on the freeway.
Go for it.
Alright.
Espérate. Where you at, Bodeon?
No. I'm at 9th. I'm right behind. I'm right in front of you guys. Okay, go. Hey, I got a...
Line it up.
After nearly 10 minutes of pursuit, an FHP officer performed a precise PIT maneuver on the westbound Sunrise Blurred, causing the Mercedes to lose control, flip several times, and burst into flames on the road. Units immediately cordoned off the area, moving to inspect the scene as black smoke engulfed the entire vehicle. An emergency response team was dispatched to the rescue stage, recovering the gun and dealing with debris scattered across the roadway.
Westbound on Sunrise, approaching I-95. To the other side. Pin him to the other side. Be careful, be careful.
Careful!
If there's any additional units in the area of I-95 and Sunrise, can respond now. I'm ready to stage my 95. Everyone gonna be just from additional points. Here comes from the east.
The driver, a wanted felon with multiple felony warrants, was arrested at the scene and treated for minor injuries before being transported to the Broward County Detention Center. He now faces charges of evading arrest, possession of a weapon, and reckless driving endangering life. Thankfully, no officers or civilians were injured in the incident. On September 15, at approximately 4:25 a.m., a Florida Highway Patrol, FHP, officer patrolling the Gandy Bridge in Pinellas County, Florida, spotted a vehicle speeding and weaving dangerously on the road. Acting quickly, the officer accelerated to pursue the vehicle and signaled for it to stop. However, the driver refused to stop, and what was supposed to be a routine traffic check quickly escalated into a high-speed pursuit. FHP units closed in through Jefferson County into Leon County, forcing the Infiniti to the side of the road. The pursuit ended when the vehicle was stopped. The driver was identified as Stephen Spencer Cleary. He was arrested, charged with evading law enforcement and reckless disregard for the safety of others, and was also being held on Orlando Police Department warrants for first-degree murder and arson. Cleary was held in the Leon County Jail without bail.
We're about halfway down to signal 16. We're stopped.
After losing control, the car crashed and came to a stop on the side of the road. Police quickly closed in. The man was handcuffed, while the woman still denied being the driver, despite the officer's assertion that she had clear evidence. During the arrest, She broke down in tears. Police determined that the woman was the driver, with a valid Class E license. But the car was no longer legally registered and insured. She was arrested for evading a traffic stop, reckless driving, and endangering the public. No one was seriously injured, a small miracle after minutes of chaos. It was a tragic reminder that a moment of panic can turn a small mistake into a lifelong one.